few months, and you can see there that to date, in 2009, from January 1st till today, we've had 6,127 families start the application process. About 50-55% will ultimately make Aliyah. But what's really interesting is that if you have a look at the total number for 2008, it was 6,194. So that we're only about 60 applications away from me having the same number of application starts as we had in the whole of 2008. Dramatic increase in the number of people interested in Aliyah. That translates into this year into over 12,000 people who've full families who've expressed interest in Aliyah. You can see some of the geographic spread in the applications. And here's the Nefesh flight, which has just landed. 777, flight 3022. It's landed near Terminal 3 and is taxiing. Correct. It's 777. On the sides of the planes, you can see the logo of Nefesh together with the Jewish Agency for Israel. This is being broadcast live on the internet at www.nbn.org.il/live. It'll be another 15 minutes or so till we open the gates here in Terminal 1, so you can go outside. About another 15 minutes till the first bus will arrive here with the Olim. $204 Olim on this morning's flight, arriving from across America and Canada. Background, you may be able to hear some shofar blowing. It's not only because it's the month of Elul, but also generally at Nefesh arrival ceremonies, there's somebody who brings a shofar and blows it. You're watching Kibbutz Galuyot live on the internet. Even the El Al pilot is wearing his Nefesh hat, baseball hat. We have two cameras at the plane, so hopefully we'll be able to cover most of the people disembarking. During the flight, all the passports of all the people on the plane have been scanned. We have a scanner which we have received in cooperation with the Israeli Passport Authority. So in a minute you'll see the officers of passport control going up the steps, and basically they'll be handed a disc-on key which they take back to their offices and upload all the data of those people who've arrived on this morning's flight, making their arrival in Israel official. As the officers of passport control, and they'll be inside the plane for 3 or 4 minutes, just completing their procedures. We're just waiting now for passport control to complete their formalities. Nefesh B'Nefesh logo on the plane together with the Jewish Agency for Israel. "204 Olim on this morning's flight, making Aliyah, completing their, or starting to fulfill their dream of, and we're witnessing Kibbutz Galuyot here, live from Terminal 1, Ben Gurion Airport. "81 singles on this morning's flight. On the Nefesh B'Nefesh flights, we try to arrange the seating so that people who are going to the same destination sit together. Allow the pilot in his Nefesh B'Nefesh hat. Although, unfortunately, I don't think that gives us ownership of the plane. another minute or so, the Olim will start disembarking. And you'll be able to see it on the screens here. And in another 10 minutes or so, the first bus will arrive here and we'll open the gates here so you can go out to welcome the new arrivals, give them a hug. It's Mr. Erez Halfon, the newly appointed Vice Chairman of Nefesh B'Nefesh, former Director General of the Ministry of Immigrant Absorption. Has just joined our team in Jerusalem. The oldest Aliyah this morning is 89 years old, and the youngest Aliyah this morning is 4 months old. We're just waiting for the formalities of passport control to be completed, and then the Olim will disembark. Also during the flight, officers from the staff from the Ministry of Interior, Misad HaPnim, were on the plane completing all the processing for the Tudat Zahut. So all those who arrived on this morning's flight will not need to go to Misad HaPnim to do the paperwork for the Tudat Zahut. It's already been completed during the flight on PC tablets. And in 3 or 4 days, they'll be coming to the Nefesh B'Nefesh office and receive their Tudat Zahut without ever visiting Misad HaPnim. This is the 4th summer flight this year. Rabbi Yeshua Fass and Mr. Tony Gilbert disembarking. Co-founders of Nefesh B'Nefesh. They join every flight together with the newly appointed Vice Chairman of Nefesh B'Nefesh, Mr. Erez Halfon. Okay, looks like passport control is complete. This is being broadcast live on the internet at www.nbn.org.il/live. And here come the Olim. A lot of excitement here in Terminal 1 as people are recognizing their friends and relatives disembarking. All guests must have a sticker on them saying guest. This is a requirement of the Customs Authority. If you don't have one, please ask one of our staff. Landing in Israel for the first time as Israeli citizens. You're watching Kibbutz Galuyot live on the internet and here from Terminal 1. $204 Olim on this morning's flight, so this will take a few minutes. There's a group of the singles having a group picture. 81 singles on this morning's flight. Very excited group of people.
עכשיו הכל
Please don't run. Please don't run. There's no need. First bus will be here in another few minutes, and the guests here are exiting Terminal 1 to greet the Olim, give them a hug as they arrive. Disembarking takes some time. People take it's a once-in-a-lifetime picture for them to show to their grandchildren one day how they made Aliyah. Guests are welcome to stay in the hall here and watch the disembarking. I'm very excited all in this morning. And another group picture next to the plane. The Olim boarding buses, which will bring them here to Terminal 1 for what will hopefully be a short ceremony. One of the younger Olim coming down the stairs. That's one jet-lagged Ola Hadasha. Olim still disembarking. This morning's charter Aliyah flight. It's a 777, 204 Olim arriving in Israel. Kibbutz Galiot live on the internet and being broadcast here from Terminal 1 at Ben Gurion Airport. People waving to their friends and relatives who are back in the United States who are watching. You can see they're safe and sound here in Israel with their arrival. And another minute or two, you'll see them being greeted warmly by their friends and relatives here at Terminal 1. Over 700 guests here this morning, arrived early at Terminal 1 to greet this Aliyah flight. And here's the first bus that pulls up at Terminal 1. Doors will open and then there's a roar from the crowd. One happy couple. It's Nefesh Ben Nefesh, made Aliyah 5 years ago. One young and very cute Ola Khadasha arriving in Israel. And people are still disembarking, so it'll take a few minutes till all the buses arrive here at Terminal 1. Another bus is pulling up here at Terminal 1. Full of Olim, fulfilling their dream. Making Aliyah today. Here they come. There are soldiers soldiers from the IDF come to greet the Olim every ceremony. The IDF Education Corps thinks it's important that the soldiers see Zionism in action. And people from North America making Aliyah, so I think there's about 60 or 70 soldiers here this morning greeting the Olim. coming into the hall here at Terminal 1. This is being broadcast live on the internet. www.nbn.org.il/live. 204 Olim arriving this morning on a Nefesh B'Nefesh charter flight in cooperation with the Jewish Agency for Israel. Side of the Olim here in Terminal 1. Okay, we have here in Terminal 1, we have a young little girl, and we're looking for her parents. This cute little girl, we're looking for her parents here in Terminal 1. She's in good hands, but they should be probably in better hands with her parents. And another bus pulling up here at Terminal 1. And the guests and Olim are starting to enter the hall here in Terminal 1. בוקר טוב לכל החיילים שהגיעו לקבל את פני העולים. .204 new Israelis this morning arriving in Israel, making Aliyah from North America. lot of very excited people here this morning reading the new Olim in Terminal 1. And another bus pulling up here at Terminal 1 with more Olim. Olim Chadashim. I'd like to remind the guests they're not allowed to accept any packages from the Olim. After the ceremony, the guests will be leaving the hall and the Olim will be going through the processing of Misad HaKlita and then exiting the airport terminal. And the customs regulations are they must exit with all their luggage. So I'd like to ask the guests not to take any packages from the Olim. Many people fulfilling a dream they've been planning for years. If you're watching this on the internet and you want to become part of this movement to move to Israel, fill out an application right now. Click on the bar at the top of the screen, the Nefesh website, and fill out an application. And we'll be glad to welcome you to one of our arrival ceremonies in the coming months. Would Abiel Weinstein and Mr. Wellner come to the stage, please?
הוא העושה משפטים, הוא השמיים והוא היחיד, הוא הגדול הנורא, הוא השומר עלינו מקצרה. בוא נשמע אותי חזק חזק חזק. אלוקה שמונה שמונה ליד תעזור, תן לנו אור ושמחה ויורים, תן לנו כוח חוד ואור, שמונה עלינו כמו ילדים, שמונה ליד תעזור, תן לנו אלוקה שמונה כמו ילדים, שמונה ליד תעזור, תן לנו אור ושמחה ויורים, תן לנו כוח חוד ואור, שמונה עלינו כמו ילדים, שמונה ליד תעזור, תן לנו אור ושמחה ויורים,
I'd like to ask everybody to come in and take their seats. You're welcome to sit with the Olim, with your friends and relatives, but please do not accept any packages from them. They have to leave with all their luggage after the ceremony.
רגע.
And the guests in the Olim are all entering the hall here at Terminal 1. I'd like to ask everybody to take their seats so we can start the ceremony. We have some very tired Olim. Ladies and gentlemen, please take your seats. We have some tired Olim here this morning who would like to get to their destinations. And we have a short arrival ceremony here this morning at Terminal 1. Please come in and take your seats. Nefesh staff, would you please assist people in finding seats? Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, please take your seats. We'd like to start the arrival ceremony in another couple of minutes.
Welcome once again. This is the arrival ceremony. It's our 40th flight. This is Dudi Sark from Nefesh. I had the distinct honor of being on this flight with the Olim. I want to introduce you to some of them. Hopefully we can grab a few minutes. And I want to apologize in advance if we don't get to see all of them. Hopefully we will, but if we don't interview all of them, then I'm sure we'll see them in other forms. I'm here now with Jerry and Judy Fishman. They just made Aliyah. Also, I just have to say before we meet them is that what's special is that they are family following family. All of their kids made Aliyah, and Judy's parents who are here as well made Aliyah.
We're here. We're bringing up the rear, but we're here. 50 years ago, I promised we'd make it. We finally made it.
I'm overjoyed to be joining my children and my parents and a wonderful, and grandchildren. Baruch Hashem, Hashem has blessed us, and we are now all reunited again here in Eretz Yisrael.
How many grandchildren are you joining?
22 grandchildren, Baruch Hashem, 22 grandchildren.
Now, your mother's here. Molly, come here. This is one who's Molly Bolnick. This is Judy's mother. She made Aliyah with us, 2 years ago?
3 years ago, exactly 3 years to the day.
Molly, I have to ask, how old were you when you made Aliyah with us?
88.
Okay, so you were 88 at the time you made...
87.
At the time that you made Aliyah with us. Okay, so you're 90 years young, but tell us, how's it been for you at making Aliyah at that age?
I thought it's the greatest thing that ever happened in our lives. It's really beautiful to have the whole family here, and now to have my daughter making Aliyah. I think it's the greatest thing in the world. It couldn't be any nicer.
Okay, so what message do you want to send to your friends and family abroad?
Come, we want you
We
to come.
want them all to join us and live in the land of our people together that we love, with everyone together. That's what we want them all to do.
So we wish you continued success and health and happiness, and you should have lots of bracha here.
Thank you. Yay!
Ladies and gentlemen, please take your seats. We'd like to start right now. Would Amir Wellner please come to the podium? Amir Wellner.
Welcome.
You're very good. How did you get that? Wow. Thank you, Hashem, for bringing us here. We wish that all of the Jews from the whole wide world come very, very soon with Mashiach. And Avram, all his 10 tests were, one of them was to leave his family and his land and come to Israel. We hope we all pass the test because he paved the way. May everyone have a Shana Tova, and thank you. And we should all be proud Jews and the Torah way, and have a good year. Thank you.
Thank you for joining us. All right, we have a Sonnenblick here. Oh, we know everyone.
I'm so thrilled to be here with my family. It's a wonderful, wonderful occasion. I have to say hello to Esther. Hi, Esther.
All right, so what will you be doing with yourself now that you're here in Israel? What's your plan?
I'm going to be an occupational therapist like I was in Chutz La'aretz, Bezrat Hashem. I have a job at Shaarei Tzedek already lined up. And
it's the perfect dream. You come here, you have the job lined up. It's beautiful. I mean, like it's not always that easy for everyone, but it's a blessing when it is that easy.
right, Baruch Hashem. Hashem helped me in every way to make it easy for me to get here.
All right, and we wish you much hatzlacha with your new job.
Thank you so much.
Max, bring in the family. Hello, we're on? We're good? Okay, we're here with Max and Sarah. Max, the Lappings. All right, so welcome. What accelerated your Aliyah? Why now?
We've been wanting to do it for a while, and goodness, like we just didn't want to wait anymore. We had a number of reasons to go, so why not? I'm too tired to be articulate.
Shauna, our oldest, was also getting to an age where, it would just get a lot harder to wait, know.
How old is your oldest?
She's 7.
Because sometimes people feel that coming after the school year begins is a little more difficult than coming during the summer proper.
Right. So I guess ideally we would have come in June, but just the way things worked out, initially we were planning on coming June of next year. And we just expedited our plans.
I think there's never a bad time to make Aliyah, and I think that to underestimate the value of an entire, of all the, experiences we'll have in this coming year, because we could have waited until June or July, of 2010, it's a silly way to look at it.
And where will you be living?
We're going to be in Neve Daniel.
And a message to your friends and family who are watching?
Hi, Harrisburg, and we are going to miss you, but we strongly encourage you to come back home to Israel. And we'll keep in touch.
Wonderful.
Thank you so
much success to you.
Thank you.
Now we have Galit Heller.
Hi, Mom. I hope you can see this. I love you guys. I miss you guys. I arrived safe and sound. I have a shirt with my picture on it in place of Herzl. Never unsee.
So Galit, now you spent some time in Israel before your Aliyah.
Yeah.
Did that help influence your decision to actually make the move?
Definitely. gave me a real view as to what it would be like to live in Israel and become part of Israeli society. And instead of scaring me off, it kind of made me fall in love with the country even more. And now I'm here permanently. So
Where will you be living, Gali?
in Jerusalem.
And what will you be doing? Do you have a job lined up?
I'm starting Hebrew University Law School in just a couple of weeks, full-time in Hebrew.
Very ambitious.
Yes.
So tell me, what message would you like to send to friends and family who are watching?
Make Aliyah. This is to all my campers from the summer. This is to my family in particular. And a big thank you to all of my friends that came out to welcome me at the airport.
Oh, very good. Okay. And over here we have this is Mr. Raps here.
Yes. Hi. Hello. All the folks out there, I'd like to say hello to you. Parents at home. How are you? Yeah!
Eitan, where are you making Aliyah from?
From Teaneck, New Jersey.
Calm down. We get a lot of Olim good Olim from Teaneck. So with that said, what message do you want to send back to your friends and family?
It's nice to see all of you. I don't see you, but you see me. And hopefully I'll be here to greet all of you one day, God willing. And keep fighting. Live the dream.
Eitan, what will you be doing here?
I'm going to be studying in Bar-Ilan University, God willing, coming this October. Yeah.
Good stuff. Eitan, we wish you Hatzlacha. Carry on.
A time to mend, a time to gather stones, a time for peace in Israel. Let me hear the voice of bride and groom, of laughter in the streets.
We are here now with Liora Melinek. Liora, welcome.
Thank you. תודה רבה.
Liora, what's pushed your decision to make Aliyah now?
זה הבית. אין על הבית. ישראל זה הבית. אין הרגשה כמו להיות בבית. לחזור הביתה.
And Liora, what will you be doing here?
לחפש עבודה. אני רוצה למשרד החוץ. מחפשים עובדים. מתה לעבוד בשבילכם.
So is that a hint to someone who's watching?
Yes, it is a hint.
Okay, so Liora, what message do you want to send back to your friends and family?
שאני אוהבת את כולכם, מתגעגעת מלא. אחרי שבוע סוף סוף הגעתי. יאללה.
Good stuff. Okay, let's move on. Mickey. You got Mickey here. Mickey Joels from California as well. Mickey, what helped you make this decision?
Definitely having my sister here, and also both my parents made Aliyah when they were young. And I always felt really connected to the land, and I'm just really happy to be back.
Mickey, you were on a flight with 81 singles. What was that like?
It was cool. It was very cool. We all sat together. We all mingled, talked to each other. And yeah, it was very nice.
That's it. Very nice.
Very nice.
You didn't meet anyone new?
Met a lot of people, new people. Yeah, definitely.
Good stuff. So, Mickey, what's the plan now? What are you doing?
Now I'm going to Ulpan, and then I'm going to go study in university.
And what are you going to pursue?
Engineering.
Very ambitious. Good stuff. Mickey, we look forward to watching how you grow.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay. Okay, good. We have Noy and
Yarit.
Yarit. So what's your guys' story? Where are you from?
I'm from Calgary, Canada.
California.
Okay, you guys have family and friends watching?
Yeah, my dad's right now.
Okay, so what do you want to tell them? Besides the fact that you made it here well and safe.
I'm happy, excited, can't wait. This has been my dream, and I'm finally here.
What's the pursuit, Noy? What's next?
Army.
Army. Do you know where you want to serve and what kind of unit?
Kravi and Golani or paratroopers, or I'm not sure, but
you're pretty open. You're flexible.
Special forces, yeah.
All right, that's good stuff. And what's your pursuit?
Work, then school.
Okay.
Yeah, no ulpan for me.
You got the Hebrew down.
Yeah.
Okay. So he's on the phone already, so he knows how to work it here.
You know, 19 years old, right here.
And we're here now with Aviva. Aviva is, how old are you, Aviva?
19 years old. Hi!
Aviva, why now? Why so early? Why so young?
It's 19 years too late. Just kidding, just kidding. I love you, Mommy and Abba. Come soon.
Okay, so we are going to wish you well right now. We're sorry we couldn't get to everyone, but right now we're going to be hearing from Tzipi Livni, Minister of Knesset, Tzipi Livni. And with that, thank you for tuning in and stay with us. We got more to come.
Would Lauren Schumacher please come to the podium? Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Danny Oberman, Executive VP of Israel Operations at Nefesh B'Nefesh. I'd like to welcome Leader of the Opposition, Chavat HaKnesset Tzipi Livni, Senior Deputy Director of HR and Administration at the Ministry of Immigrant Absorption, Misad HaKlita, Batsheva Ruveni Gonikman. I'd like to welcome the Treasurer of the Jewish Agency, Mr. Chagai Mirom, and a very warm welcome to the newly appointed Vice Chairman of Nefesh B'Nefesh, former Director General of the Ministry of Immigrant Absorption, Mr. Erez Khalfon. Welcome aboard, Erez. And of course, the co-founders of Nefesh B'Nefesh, Rabbi Yoshua Fass and Mr. Tony Gelbart. ולכל החיילים מחיל החינוך שבאו לעודד את העולים הבוקר, and especially, and I'm going to embarrass her now, an Ola from Nefesh B'Nefesh from 2008, who's a chayelet here this morning, Ariel Sisma. Welcome, Ariel. Bruchim habaim lekulam. It is my honor and privilege to welcome the 204 new Olim who just arrived on the final chartered Aliyah flight for the summer 2009. Today's Olim are among the 3,000 North American and British Olim arriving in Israel this summer through the Nefesh B'Nefesh and the Jewish Agency for Israel, strongly supported by the Israeli government. To each and every one of you, welcome home. Bruchim habein. So far this year, Nefesh B'Nefesh has brought 223 Olim who've moved to Tel Aviv, 22 of whom are on this flight. As Tel Aviv celebrates its centennial this year, Nefesh B'Nefesh is proud to have brought over 1,000 Olim who've moved to Tel Aviv. Today's arrival ceremony is being broadcast live on the internet so that family and friends around the world can share in your excitement. And in fact, they're watching us right now. If you want to call them, it's www.nbn.org.il/live. I would like to introduce a man of great vision and innovation who has dedicated the last 8 years of his life to bringing Jews home to Israel. Please welcome co-founder and executive director of Nefesh B'Nefesh, Rabbi Yoshua Fass.
Good morning, everyone. Mazal Tov. I think it's befitting, since this caps our summer and the most successful summer of Aliyah in years. See, Tzani is usually the one who introduces everyone and thanks everyone and flatters everyone. I think it's befitting and behooves us to thank Danny Oberman. Along the lines, we should thank everyone who is instrumental in making the Aliyah happen for 3,000 people this summer. To all the staff of Misrad HaKlita, to Misrad HaPnim, to our dear partners in the Sochnut at the Jewish Agency, our partners at the JNF, the Nefesh B'Nefesh staff and family, behind the scenes supporters, which I'll embarrass them, my parents, if they're in this room. I think they're hiding someplace. And an individual continues to amaze and inspire me, Mr. Tony Gelbart. See, I do remember you once in a while. To all the guests, family, and friends who came this morning, just want to thank you for making this an incredible Ruach-filled Kabbalah Panim for our Olim Chadashim. To our distinguished guests from the Sochnut, from the government, Professor Kavet, Tzipi Livni, thank you so much for coming. Tzipi, just a thank you. For years back, I won't steal your story, Tony, but 5.5 years ago when Prime Minister Sharon created this whole innovation of privatizing or helping to help private initiatives with Aliyah, you were picked to be an instrumental component of finding the legalities of it and to helping it come true. And if you look around 23,000 Olim later, you should have a lot of nachas from all that you've done and all that you've participated in. So thank you, as a dear friend. Finally, to the Olim Chadashim, Bruchim, Habeim Habayta, welcome home. I'm a little giddy this morning because it's the end of the summer and I can actually go to sleep now. But you couldn't have scripted it better. This Shabbat, whether or not you're in Beit Knesset or not, or getting over your jet lag, there's a pasuk that we're going to be reading that is written for you. V'shav Hashem Elokecha et shvutcha v'rachamecha, v'shav v'kibetzcha mekol ha'amim asher v'itzcha Hashem Elokecha shama. It sounds like there are two waves of Aliyah. First, Hashem, God, will help those kibbutz galiyot with rachamim, with compassion, those who need compassion. The first wave of Aliyah is going to be those out of distress and persecution, those who are facing anti-Semitism and suffering, and then v'shav v'kibetzcha mekol ha'amim, and then those who are making Aliyah not out of fear but out of choice. Whether or not, I hope you realize and treasure that for centuries, individuals have been praying and yearning and dreaming for this moment. But you were gifted this treasure of actually fulfilling these words, V'shavu banim l'gvulam, Mazal Tov. But then the pasuk ends with 3 words, V'heitivcha v'hirbecha ma'avotecha. I never knew it was a popular 3 words in the Torah, but it's the fishermen. You know, let's scream out for the fishermen and Tobins. Every year, I think, we've helped another member of their family. Grandparents are coming back. Great-grandparents came the year before, 3 years beforehand. So the entire family's here, Mazal Tov. But back to the pasuk. V'heitivcha v'yirbecha ma'avotecha. It's the most beautiful words that you can give to Noleh. V'heitivcha. Simple. You should only have goodness. You should only have simcha. You should only have atzlacha. V'heitivcha to all the 204 olim here. Then there's v'hirbecha ma'avotecha, which can mean a few things. V'hirbecha ma'avotecha means that you should have more bountiful blessing than your ancestors. Okay. V'hirbecha ma'avotecha means maybe you should be more plentiful, a la pru'ervu, or multiplying, than your ancestors. And that's, I think, a subtle subliminal hint to the 90 singles on this flight. You should start exchanging, no, wait. You should start exchanging numbers and then marry, then you can, okay? Or v'hibechama avotecha, I'm going to get that later, or v'hibechama avotecha may mean that your responsibility is greater than any previous generation. And that I think you should take to heart. If you were given this tremendous gift and treasure after centuries of a shavu banim ligvulam v'holichenu kamimiyut li'artzeinu, of not out of fear or suffering, but out of choice, standing upright, coming to this country with all your talents, then it comes with a tremendous responsibility as well to make a difference here in this country, to add to this country. And there's no doubt that you will. Mazal tov to everyone.
Thank you, Rabbi Fass. The Jewish Agency for Israel has contributed immensely to Aliyah over the years, utilizing its experience, professionalism, and vision to help bring over 3.5 million new Olim to the State of Israel since its establishment. The Jewish Agency is an invaluable strategic partner with Nefesh B'Nefesh in helping to bring thousands of Western Olim back home to Israel. Please welcome to the podium the treasurer of the Jewish Agency, Mr. Chagai Merom.
Thank you, Danny. On behalf of the Jewish Agency for Israel, on behalf of Natan Sharansky, the chairperson of the Jewish Agency who couldn't attend here, but asked me to convey his regards to you. And on behalf of our friends, I want to say just a few words. First of all, thank you, Tzipi, not only for the past activities which we had with you, I believe also for the great future that you are going to have in Israel in the future. And for coming to here. I want to thank our friends from Nefesh B'Nefesh, Rabbi Fez, Tony Gelbart, and Erez Khalfon, who started his new position, new career as in Nefesh B'Nefesh. My dear friends, we are very happy to have you here as Israelis. You had an American, a North American past, but you're going to have a present and a great future of being Israelis. From now on, you belong to us, we belong to you. Coming to Israel is not only tasting the milk and honey, but also having with us the same tzures, because you know that in Israel there's never a dull moment. But we trust you. This group especially is a young group of people, young families. I realize that there are kids here, and I want to congratulate also the elders who came with you, but it's a young group of people mainly. And we look at you, we love you, don't worry, there will be enough grooms and brides coming from Israel, not only, exchanging numbers in the airplane. Look around you and you'll find excellent people here in Israel. When you wake up from your sleep, and I hope that you will find your rest within few hours from now, whatever you see is yours. Israel is yours, and from now on, you belong to us. Thanks again to Nefesh B'Nefesh, our partners, for the great things that you are doing. Mazal tov.
Thank you, Chagai Merom. Erez Khalfon joined Nefesh B'Nefesh just last week as vice chairman following almost a decade of public service. Most recently, he served as the Director General of the Ministry of Immigrant Absorption for 3 years, in which time he instituted various reforms which vastly improved the absorption process for Olim and returning citizens. And I specifically want to mention the recent tax reforms which give all the new Olim a really great tax break in not having to report their income from North America for a period of 10 years. And that's Erez was behind that. So I'd very like to welcome to the podium Mr. Erez Khalfon.
Good morning and welcome to Israel. Tzipi Livni, chairman of Kadima and member of the Knesset, Tony Gelbert, Yoshua Pass, Professor Kaveh from University Bar Ilan, Chagai Merom, Batsheva Reuveni from the Ministry of Absorption and all the staff, and dear Olim Chadashim. Today, you have embarked on the first part of your journey in Israel. Nefesh B'Nefesh, the Jewish Agency, and the Ministry of Absorption will be here for you in all your needs. In the beginning, it will not be simple and maybe difficult, but after a few months, you will fall in love with Israel. Here is the true home of the Jewish people, and I hope after you, millions of new immigrants will come to Israel too. This is an amazing country, and when you arrived, you made it stronger, and we are proud to have you with us. Welcome to Israel and Mazal Tov.
Thank you, Erez. Israel's Ministry of Immigrant Absorption, Misrad HaKlita, works very closely with Nefesh B'Nefesh in encouraging Aliyah from Western countries, as well as making sure that your absorption is as smooth as possible. It is an honor to invite the Senior Deputy Director General of the HR and Administration at the Ministry of Immigrant Absorption, Mrs. Batsheva Reuveni Gonikman, to say a few words.
Good morning, Israel, and good morning, Olim. Wow! You know, you started today your new life in Israel. You will have to know Hebrew. So I probably will speak in Hebrew. מכובדיי, גברת ציפי לבני, מר ארז חלפון, מר טוני גילברט, מר חגי מרום, הרב יהושע פס, דני ידידי, חבריי לעבודה, בוריס, שמקבל את עשרות העולים. תודה רבה על האפשרות לקחת חלק בהתרגשות העצומה הזאת של הגעת עולים למדינת ישראל גם אחרי 60 שנה. בדרך כלל חושבים שככל שהזמן עובר, ההתרגשות פוחתת. זה לא נכון בנושא של העלייה. מדינת ישראל כל השנים צמאה לעולים, רוצה עולים, מעודדת את האנשים להתקבץ בארץ ישראל, ואנחנו מתרגשים מחדש. המשרד לקליטת העלייה, כפי שדני אמר, עומד לרשותכם בכל השירותים והליווי האישי. אנחנו מקווים שנוכל להקל עליכם את הצעדים הראשונים בארץ. יחד עם ארגון נפש בנפש נעשה הכל כדי שהתקופה של המעבר תעבור בצורה קלה יותר, חלקה יותר, ותרגישו חלק מהמדינה הזאת במהרה. ותרשו לי לשאת תפילה קצרה, שמצאתי אותה מדבריו ומתפילותיו של רבי נחמן מברסלב. ומה יותר נכון מאשר לשאת אותה היום, כשאתם נמצאים פה בערב ראש השנה, וביום הראשון שלכם במדינת ישראל ובארץ ישראל. וכך אומרת התפילה: אלה רחום וחנון, ערך אפיים ורב חסד ואמת, זכני ברחמך הרבים שיהיו לי ולכל ישראל כיסופים וגעגועים, והשתוקקות וחשק אמיתי לבוא לארץ ישראל. עד שאזכה ברחמך הרבים ובחסדיך העצומים להוציא מן הכוח אל הפועל חשק ורצוני ללכת, לנסוע ולבוא בשלום לארץ ישראל. חיש קל מהרה, כי אתה יודע גודל ההכרח, כמה אני צריך להיות שם, בארץ הקדושה, לגודל עוצם ריחוק ממך, כי שם עיקר מקור האמונה. שם שורש כלליות קדושת ישראל, היא הארץ אשר השם דורש אותה תמיד, ארץ החיים האמיתיים, הנצחיים, יפה נוף, משוש כל הארץ. Welcome and שנה טובה.
Thank you, Batsheva. Our next speaker recognized the need for revamping and increasing Western Aliyah, and together with Rabbi Fass, created Nefesh B'Nefesh. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the chairman and co-founder of Nefesh B'Nefesh, the exceptional Mr. Tony Gelbart.
I don't know about the exceptional part, Danny, but I'm here. How's everybody doing? I guess you can hear me. I heard you last night. It's amazing to be here. It's always fun. It's always different. You look around, you see that the faces have changed. The people have changed. The names have changed. But the stories are the same. The courage is the same. Because for me, I understand what it is to make Aliyah. I've seen 23,000 people do it. I understand that it takes courage to make Aliyah. It takes courage to leave a place where it's very comfortable. It takes courage to leave your families, hoping, of course, that they will come. And as you know, eventually they do come because they miss you. And also in this country, you know, they say it takes courage to stand up and speak out. And you have to do that here. But it also, you have to do here, it takes courage to sit down and listen. And you have to do that here. You have to listen to the people who made Aliyah before you. You have to look and listen and think about how they were successful. Because along with the Jewish agency, a little part of Nefesh B'Nefesh, the Minister of Aliyah and Klita, the Minister of Immigration, the government of Israel, millions upon millions of people have made Aliyah. And they've built this country from all the great Olim. And you're part of that. So listen to them, and they'll help you, and they'll listen to you. It doesn't matter, and it won't matter in 100 years from now about your individual stories that you came on an El Al flight, a 777 jumbo. It really won't matter in 100 years that you did that. What will matter is that you came, that you built your families here, that you made your homes here, that you built the country, and you send a message. And on this plane, you send the message of singles and love, which is absolutely fantastic. Listen, I never really talk about this. I try to be pretty serious. But last night, when everybody was sleeping, I do my usual routine. And usually at night, when we have a lot of singles, or a lot of kids rather, younger than 18, there's a lot of noise and crying babies and happy people and talking. But this time as I walked around the plane, I felt it was very quiet. And people were whispering. You know, it's kind of interesting. In the last 8 years that Nefesh B'Nefesh existed, has been in existence, we had 6 people or so, 6 couples that met on flights and got married, which was fantastic. And I have to tell you something, as I walked around last night, I mean, you know who you are, but I think I saw a couple. They were doing pretty good talking all night, and they were sitting next to each other. So you know who you are, because I saw you and you saw me. So good luck, and just invite me to the wedding. That's all I ask. I'd like to do a few things here. I know there's a lot of singles, and everybody's talking about these singles. You made the TV last night. You made Yediot today. Everyone's talking about it. So the 80 or so singles, could you just stand up? Come on, just stand up. Make a little noise. Cameras, pan them. They're all looking for love. So Tu B'Av was a couple of weeks ago, but this is good. There's also on every flight, I think on this flight there's about 13 or 15 young people going to the Army. Where are you guys and gals? There you are, stand up. Fantastic. You know, I never do this, and I should never do this, but sometimes you have to give a few shout-outs. There's always the thank yous that you do to Chagai and Shlomo Levi and Erez and Yoshua and the president of Bar-Ilan University who came here, which is an honor, and we have Mitch from the JNF. You have all these people. You have Boris, and I'm missing people. There's a group of guys who came from the Golan. I think they took a long trip here from LYA. Stand up. They're in a Mechina. A lot of these guys eventually make Aliyah. Thanks for coming, guys. I want to tell you a little bit of story. About 7 years ago, I walked into the office of the new Minister of Immigration and Absorption. And, you know, I sat there. I thought it was going to be another political, typical meeting. And I sat there, and the first question she asked me was, what would you like to drink? I said, you know, water or coffee or something. But the very next question was, how can I help? How can I help? And, you know, you get that a lot. How can I help? And the next thing you know is I try to make the phone call, and there's always a busy signal on the other side. But I have to tell you, with my friend today, which I can call her my friend, former foreign minister, Chaver Knesset, the head of the opposition, Tzipi Livni, wasn't just asking me how she could help then, but every time that I see her, every call that I made from that day to this day, the first question is, what do you like to drink? The second question is, how can I always help? And that's the point. She always has helped us from day one. We could talk about a lot of people who helped us, but trust me, I've been there and I've done that, and I've been in front of a lot of people, and she absolutely is a gem when it comes to Aliyah. There's no politics when you're involved in Aliyah. There's no datim or lo datim. There's no smolim, yamin. It's all about Olim. So we want to thank Tzipi Livni. Shai Bazak is standing here. I never do this. It's the end of the summer. Shai was there in the beginning. He helped us start Nefesh. He never gets any credit. He's standing on the side again. We love you, Shai. Thanks. My last word is very simple. Good news never makes the front page, but you guys today made the front page in all our hearts, the people of Israel. So build your homes, be happy, and prosper. Bruchim habayim.
Thank you, Tony. Nefesh B'Nefesh is extremely grateful for all the support it receives from the government of Israel. In particular, Tzipi Livni, as Tony mentioned, has been a dear friend and supporter of Nefesh B'Nefesh throughout her extensive career in Israeli politics. She's been a minister in a number of portfolios, including Minister of Foreign Affairs, Minister of Justice, and was acting Prime Minister. Please welcome to the podium the Leader of the Opposition, Tzipi Livni.
Hello, good morning, and welcome to Israel. Bruchim habayim. I'm here, I'm now the leader of the opposition in Israel, but there is no politics when it comes to you. And I represent you today, not the opposition, not the government, but the people of Israel who loves you, wants you to be here, and welcome you today in Israel. Thank you, and welcome. And I also heard that this is the singles flight, but I am married. But you came to a place in which matchmaking is the national hobby or the national sport. And believe me, you are not going to meet somebody without him or her usually asking you whether you want to meet somebody. So be prepared to this. It's not going to be easy to say no to these kind of ideas. But really, on being more serious, I know that, well, maybe this is the singles flight, but you are not alone. And I know that some of you left families there. Some of you came with your families here today to Israel. But here you didn't, well, in a way you left a family, but here we are all a new family, your new family in Israel. We would like to help you, to embrace you, to make your step, your new life in Israel easier to you. Now we are smiling, and I know and I can understand the enthusiasm that you feel today. Some days you are going to feel the same enthusiasm, the same happiness, the same feeling of success, and some days are going to be maybe less, or the feeling can be sometimes less happy. And we are here to help. We are here to say to you, and I hope that you remember the words that you hear today from all of us here on the podium. We need you. We love you. We wanted you to be here. We want to help. We want you to be part of the Israeli family because the Aliyah is the basic strength of the state of Israel. And I want all these extremists, those who doesn't want to accept the existence of the state of Israel, to see these photos. And I'm glad that you took the front lines or the headlines of the Israeli press, because this is good news and very bad news from those extremists outside of Israel waiting for the state of Israel to be weak. And it is true that Israel is fighting for its existence. And Israel is the only democracy in the Middle East, but Israel needs to fight for its existence because Israel is the only Jewish state in the world. And the meaning of Israel, to be homeland for the Jewish people, is basically what needs to be the first article of the Israeli constitution, and this is the law of return. The idea of every Jew who come to Israel become an Israeli citizen the moment in which you embark, the moment in which you enter the state of Israel, and this is now your new status. No, it's your new identity. And Israel is fighting for its existence, and of course we have Tzahal, and I just want to welcome all those who just are going to be soldiers in a few weeks from now. Thank you. Yes, you deserve this. But this is not enough. And I just, we worked together, and I was Minister of Immigrant Absorption when Ariel Sharon was the Prime Minister. Erez Khalfon worked with Ariel Sharon as well. And usually when we were talking, even in my last conversation with him, we were talking about the future needs of Israel. And Ariel Sharon said something like, we need more million immigrants. We need more million Olim coming to Israel. This is the future of Israel. So you are part of this vision. You are part of the future of Israel. And we need more of your families and friends to come and live with us. I just want to say also thank you. And Tony Gelbert, exaggerating like always, it's not me, it's you. You knew how to make this happen, and you're not just a dreamer, you make these dreams reality. But I want to say thank you because we are talking and thinking of Zionism. And maybe the only place in which it's not just vague idea, it's not just what we are talking about, it's not just part of the Israeli education, but we can feel it in the air. It's here today. And this gives all of us a strength to continue and to do what we believe is the best decision-making or the best for the future of Israel in terms of Zionism as part of the Israeli vision as homeland for the Jewish people and democratic state. So we are a few days before Rosh Hashanah, before the new year, and this is not only a new Shana, a new year for you, but a new life. And I wish you all Shana Tova. We are going to work together in order to make this new year a better year for all of us. Thank you.
I'd like to invite, thank you very much, Tzipi Livni. I'd like to invite Nechama Dina Simon, who was on this morning's flight from St. Louis, Missouri, to come up to the podium to receive her Taudat Oleh. Rabbi Fass, Mr. Gelbart, Erez, Chalfon, Chagai Mirom, Baksha, Batsheva Ruveni, Misad HaKlita. This is one of the singles on this morning's flight. Thank you very much, everybody. And I'd also like to invite Zach Taylor to the podium. Zach made Aliyah with Nefesh B'Nefesh in 2004, correct? Yeah. Zach, come on up, please, to the podium.
Can you, okay. Nechama Dina, you don't know how important you are to me. Yeah. You know how I was when you met me. You know how I am now and how much progress has been made. It's all been due to you. You've made my life better than I can imagine that it would ever be. So I had a question. Will you marry me?
Certainly another first for Nefesh B'Nefesh, and if there are any other singles here who want to take the opportunity, the cameras are still here. Oh, I see a hand over there. Want to make the headlines, Rabbi Fatz will be glad to officiate. Nefesh B'Nefesh would like to thank the following partners who've worked tirelessly behind the scenes to ensure each Oleh would get the proper expedited reception possible. משרד הקליטה, למנהל המשרד בן גוריון, מר ברס הלמן, וכל הצוות שלו. לצוות משרד הפנים מתל אביב ומפתח תקווה שליוו את העולים בטיסה הזו. לרשות שדות התעופה, למר אמיר גרסון, בני זכריה, שמשון קץ, ולכל הצוותים שלהם. לראש מנהל אוכלוסין, מגנות, למר עמוס ארבל, ולשכת מנהל אוכלוסין של באר שבע שליוותה את הטיסה ותנפיק את תעודת הזהות הראשונה לעולים. למוסד לביטוח לאומי, לאגף לביטוח בריאות שהגיעו לכאן היום במיוחד כדי לרשום את העולים החדשים לקופת חולים. למר אמנון שמואלי ממשטרת ישראל וביקורת הגבולות. לחברת ההפקות מנפר על עבודה מאומצת בהכנת אירוע קבלת הפנים. ואחרונים לחיילי צה"ל מחיל חינוך שהגיעו הבוקר כדי לקבל את פני העולים החדשים. Ladies and gentlemen, this concludes our welcoming ceremony today, September 8th, 2009. Yud Tet Elul Tafshin Samach Tet. May you have a memorable and inspiring first day in your new homeland. V'hatzlacha la'atid, Shana Tova l'kulam. Please rise for Hatikva.
חופשי בארצנו ארץ ציון ירושלים להיות עם חופשי בארצנו ארץ ציון ירושלים.
Thank you very, very much, everybody. At this time, I'd like to ask all guests to leave the hall. This is becoming an airport again. And the customs authorities require that all guests must leave the hall before we can start bringing out the luggage. So also, for those people on the flight who are making Aliyah, one person from each family needs to take all the passports and be going to the back of this hall and upstairs to Misrad HaKlita to receive their Tudat Oleh. You're welcome to go upstairs now to Misrad HaKlita and receive your Tudat Oleh. It's been prepared. The Misrad HaKlita team worked through the night. The guests will be exiting probably in about another 20 minutes with their luggage. Those people who are on the flight with Israeli passports, those passports will also be upstairs at Misrad HaKlita. Once again, those people who are on the flight with Israeli passports, those passports will be upstairs at Misrad HaKlita. Thank you very much, everybody. If there's any lost and found items here, they can be brought to the podium. Nefesh staff.